Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So here in the UK and Europe in general, I think, we're still in the midst of our Saharan heatwave. It's absolutely roasting hot. Every single window in the house and door we've got open just to try and encourage a little bit of airflow. So I don't want to spend a lot of time today sat under hot lights because it's just going to become a bit unbearable. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a play. It's not a brand new stamp set, but it's new to me. I've got the stamp set we call Noble Gent from Tim Holton Stampers Anonymous. And I thought today I would just have a quick play and create some artist trading coins. So I'll switch over to my overhead camera. I'm hoping that I might be able to record some audio. If I can't, then some sections will be audio, some sections will be sped up and music. It depends on how the camera is feeling. Like I said before, I do have a new video camera on order from Amazon. It's on its way. It's going to be arriving any day. So until then, I've just got to grin and bear it. So I'll see you in a minute. So it's a miracle actually that there's no workman noise today either. So it's like deathly quiet. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that that the camera's going to pick up the audio okay. So this is the stamp set. So this is the Noble Gent stamp set. We've got three kind of lovely Victorian steampunky kind of guys. We've got the words exploration, wanderlust, imagination. There's a few other bits and pieces to be used on there as well. So I've got here a sheet of watercolour cardstock. Now this is just an A4 sheet. I'm not even sure what weight this is actually. Just give me a second, I'll tell you. So this is it's mixed media paper from Dale Arowney. So as you can see, so £169 or 250 GSM. The poundage for these things, the actual weight seems to fluctuate depending on which manufacturer you get, because I've got some which is 300 GSM, but it says it's only £140. Go figure. I know, but that's what it says anyway. And I picked this up recently at a local art store for cheap. So when I saw how much it was, I just grabbed it because it's perfect. So 11.7 by 8.3, it's almost 8.5 by 11, but A4 size. So that's what I'm going to be using. Now I didn't want to do too much of a dark background for these artist trading coins, and I don't use my distress oxides enough. So I'm going to use some light colours of distress oxides today, just to try and want some kind of rusty colours. So that tea dye as well. So antique linen, twisted citron, tea dye, and have I got rusty hinge somewhere? Is it when we moved house? No, I can't find rusty hinge. I've still got some inks and stuff that I haven't unpacked. Wild honey, that's not rusty hinge. I've still got a load of inks that I packed. So I'll tell you what, let's have crushed olive, tea dye, twisted citron, antique linen. Kind of lightish colours, he says. Lightish colours. but still got a little bit of pop to them and kind of steampunky colours in their palette. So what I'm going to do, I've got let me just zoom that in a little bit. There we go. That's better. You can see what's going on now. The full sheet. Right, so I've got some spray water. That's just full of water. Nothing exciting in there. So what we're going to do first, I think we'll start off with some darkers and just put some of that tea dye down there. Then get some antique linen, mix that in there a little bit, going straight onto the craft mat. So we've done tea dye, get some crushed olive. He says dropping the lid everywhere. A little bit of crushed olive, maybe a little bit there. And then let's add a little bit of zing in there. There, like so. Get some water. Let's activate these a little bit. And then just with my finger, yeah. I suppose I should have some kitchen roll, shouldn't I? There we go. And I'm going to take the sheet of watercolour cast and I'm just going to drop it down. And then lift it back up again. Spritz again. Go the opposite way this time. And then put it down again. Smush it. Lift it off. Okay, so I'm going to pop that to one side. Let's just quickly wipe that mess up. And I'm going to get this dried off. Okay, so I've got my base colour down, so I can start introducing some more darker shades into that now. It's kind of homogenised a little bit. There are some grey tones that have come out from that pad, so I'm going to just grab the Twisted Citron and I'm just going to introduce some more darker tones just randomly into the background, just over the top. Okay, so that's the Twisted Citron. I'm going to get the tea dye now, so I want a little bit of darkness coming in. Excuse the wobble on my table. Alright, so warmer shades now. Blend some of those in. Grab some of that warmer over here. Just gently blend around the page. Maybe a little bit more over here. Might not even end up using that bit, but it don't matter. And then a little bit more green just up there. Yep, liking that. And then I'm going to switch into the crushed olive. There's plenty of that in there, and then just lightly add that in. And you can play with these kind of colours, different colour combinations, as much as you want. A little bit of that down there. I've put that back. I thought I'd put the wrong lid on then. Okay, so I'll just drop those down. Now, one of the other things that I am going to do is I'm going to spritz that with a little bit of water now. And I'm just going to let that sit for a little while, just for it to activate. And then I'm going to grab that kitchen roll again and remove those bits. So just let that sit. You can see it's starting to react. Now if I just go over the kitchen roll quickly, there we go. So it's picked out all those bits. That's cleared the background a little. There we go. So that's given us a nice kind of coloured background to work on. Now I didn't want a dark background because I want to stamp darker over the top with those Tim Holtz stamps. So for me, that background is just perfect. It's light enough, but it's still enough interest in there, that mottled kind of texture, to be effective. So I'm going to dry it off and then I'll be right back. Okay, so that's now all dried. Now I love how some of those grey tones have come through. Can you see? I've almost got like a marbling effect in the background with those colours. So doing that smush first and then adding colours again over the top has kind of given you a little bit of a difference in shade. Okay, so next thing I'm going to flip over, and I've got my artist trading coin backs. Now these are available to purchase on my website in a sheet, but obviously they don't have my name and my website address on them. They're blank for your own to use, or for you to use on your own. Just handwrite in what you want. These are sized so that you can punch them or punch them out using a 2.5 inch circle punch, and that leaves you that little bit of white border all the way around, but they are exactly the right size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick that one down first, and then I'm going to go back in with my punch and I'm just going to line it up and now I've got the back already done onto a blank canvas. And I'm going to repeat that 6 times. So I've already punched out 3 of the circles. So it's just finding where the sticker back is. Did I mention I printed these on sticker paper? I probably didn't mention. The heat's getting to my brain. So again, just rub it down. Grab your punch, line it up and pop it out. So there's number 2. So like I said, I'll do this 6 times, so I won't bore you by making you sit and watch the whole shebang. So I will join you when I've done all 6. There it is. Okay, so all 6 are now punched out. We've all got the backs on, so we'll just tackle them one at a time. So that way up, flip it, lay it back down, grab one of the gentlemen's, and then grab some vintage photo archival. And then I'm going to pop that down just so it's coming over the edge. Just like that. I shall do one in brown and one in black. Because there are only 3 figures, I'll need to do each one twice, so I may as well do a different colour. So that they're all different. Okay, now that I've done that gentleman, I can repeat the process with the others. I like the fact that some of them are facing one way, some of them are facing the other. And just grab brown. And the last one. Brown first. I mean, of course you could do these any colour you want. Faded jeans, dusty Concord, I just wanted them nice steampunky vintagey colours. And then black. Like I said, it's far too warm here today to even be sat in the craft room, even contemplating doing any art, but we does, don't we? We get to the urges. Okay, so I'm now going to pull in that kind of ray of light. Let's put those two colours away. So that's black suit and vintage photos. I think let's do the faded jeans in the blue for a bit of difference. Haha, like it. I love the way that these actually do fit around the head quite nicely. So we've done that one, which one haven't we done yet? We haven't done that one yet, so let's do him. So the black ones have got the blue going around the tops. I think the brown ones, we'll switch colours, we'll switch it up a little bit, and then we'll do, what colour? Let's do red. Why not? Like it. Perfect. Well, I think so anyway. But when all said and done, I've only got myself to please. Okay, let's pop those to one side. Get rid of that ink, don't need the ink block anymore. Let's just have a quick look at what we've got. Okay, so what's missing? What can we use from this stamp set? I think the light bulb is too big. Those words of exploration don't fit. Now I did try and kind of see whether or not I could bend them to get them to fit, but they just don't want to. They don't want to bend enough. if they were if they were the photopolymer ones, it wouldn't be an issue. They'd just do it. So, you see, and they're just slightly too big to fit, which is a big shame. So we're going to have to think of an alternative to put some text on there. So let me have a little bit of a cogitate, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I tried to find a smallish stamp, but couldn't. So instead, I've turned to the clipping stickers from Tim Holtz, and just thought, well, do you know what? There must be something in here that I could use to add a little bit of text to these things. And sure enough, there's a few bits and pieces that you could do, like there. There's one that says M.M. Tibbets, so that could be his name on that one. So that's one. And then another one here that just says the word reserved, because some Victorian gentlemen were very reserved. And that one there says Professor of Music. So instead I'm just going to cut off the of music and just put Professor. I like that one. So what else can we use? Nothing really more on that sheet, so let's look at a different one. See if there's anything else we can find. Boom, boom, boom. Use the word remembrance from that sheet. Stick that one there. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, look. Travellers. What else have we got? Admission. I like that one. So we've got something on each one now. So we've got all 6. Let's just see if we can match them all up now. There we go. So I've put those away. Right, let me have a quick tidy up because I'm starting to lose things, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've had in my stash for an absolute age this little sheet of number stickers, and I've never really known what to do with them, so I thought I'm actually going to use them today. So I'm going to push those to one side, and I've got my antique linen distress oxide, and I'm just going to go over and add a little bit of colour over the top of each one, and then just take the kitchen roll just to knock that back a little bit, just to age them and grunge them up slightly. And then what I thought I would do is I would just take 2 numbers and put 1 at either side, just at random, just to add a little bit more of an interest. Not particularly all that bothered about making sure. See, that one's, they're very delicate. Now then, have I got a, where's that one disappeared off to? Lost it already. Right, see if I can pick these up using a scalpel blade, just to be able to place them with a little bit more accuracy. That'll do. And then we'll pick one up. There we go. Just pick out the numbers at random. They don't actually mean anything. It just adds a little bit of visual interest into the background. There are the numbers. Just something as simple as a little number sticker that you've had sitting around for an age. If you don't know what to do with it, sometimes just have a play. See if it goes. Alter the colour, like I've just done, if you're not sure. See, I think they look quite cute now, particularly those numbers on it. Kind of makes it look like the part of a dial. Like those. Okay, so next thing to do, just want to darken up the edge. So I've got vintage photo, and I'm just going to go around each one. Just darken that up. So I'll finish off and do this the same thing to all 6, and then I'll join with you again once I've done. And I think that's it. I'm not going to do any more to those, mainly because although yes, I've made artist trading coins, I could actually use those as a focal point to an art journal page at a later date if I wanted to, or I might just send them out as little thank you gifts in my website orders. Who knows? So all I need to do now is just to grab a pen and just finish off writing out the backs of these. And I think, seeing as the stamp set's called Noble Gents, that's what I'll call this set. Okay, so that's all 6 of the backs all filled in now. So you've got 1 of 6, 2 of 6, 3 of 6, 4 of 6, 5 of 6 and 6 of 6, and I've called them Noble Gents. So that's the title of this little series, and I think because it's so warm that's all I'm going to do to it, and I need to go get myself a nice cold drink. So that's all from me for now. Hope you've enjoyed that. I know it was a little bit short probably, but needs must when it's too hot. So that's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.